onto the whips. This is maybe about a quarter of the whips that I have. I love to start them, and unless I'm really gung-ho about it, I have a hard time finishing them. But whenever it comes time to do the charity work, I can whip those out pretty quick. The stuff that I'm making for me or that I'm giving away to family and friends, yeah, I'm not so quick about. I think I've been working on this first whip for like over a year, and I think it's gotten more use as a cat bed than as an actual whip. But I am doing a hairpin lace infinity scarf. I need to make, it's either 3 or 4 of these, and I have one made, and I'm working on the second one right now. And of course, the person that I made it for had to pick a really dark color. She's actually would be considered my niece, I guess. They're part of my Alaska family. But here's what this is what the first one looks like. I don't want to take it all apart. But, so I have to make, it's either 2 or 3 more, or 3 or 4 more, and then I can start putting them together. And I normally do this when I'm just sitting at watching the TV, but since I don't watch TV a lot anymore, that's why it hasn't been getting done. But the pattern or the yarn that I'm using is a Loops and Threads Barcelona, and I think she got me like 6 skeins of it, and it's just so dark and so hard for me to work with, so that's why I don't spend a lot of time on it. And she knows that whenever it comes time for stuff for friends and family, that it takes a back seat. So the pattern is by Be Hooked Crochet and Knitting, and it's her hairpin lace infinity scarf. And I'll try to remember to put the link down in the description. So that's one. And I am guess you could call me I'm a yarn whore and a bag whore. And unfortunately, this beautiful bag from Ella at no catchy name. This was a gift from Sandra Tester, who was my swap buddy. But the cats have been trying to sleep on it, so I'm going to have to get all the cat hair off of it. But Ella is one of my favorite bag makers. I have 3 in no certain order, and I'm using all 3. I have more of one. I have second amount is Ella's, and the third amount is Christie's. Okay, so that's one. This one is a skeleton scarf, or skull scarf, and I think it's actually not on here, but I think this is by Purple Iguana. It is a free pattern, And I write all over my pattern, so let me see. I don't know if you can see the skull in that, but that's the pattern that I'm using. I'm almost positive it's from Purple Iguana. And this is what I have so far. Oh, it's upside down. Or is it? No, it's not. There we go. It's backwards. So this is what I have so far. I just have the one, and I'm working on the second one up here. And I'm making this for my niece. And I'm hoping she loves Halloween, so I'm hoping I have it made, finished by Halloween. If not, she'll get it next Halloween. Mosquitoes are still bad up here. This is my Hank Spank that I got from Erin Lane Bags. She's another one of my favorite bag makers. And I am using one of her bags right here. It's a see-through one. I don't normally like these on, but it works. I don't like it because I'm afraid that whenever it gets super cold here in Alaska, that I'm going to accidentally take it and leave it in the car. So I have to be super careful that I don't. So this is from Erin Lane Bags. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, so that's number 2. I have, this is another Erin Lane bag. And I got this during her Halloween in May, I think it was. And it says Sparkle Monster. And of course it's an orange, my favorite color. And in this bag, I am making a bag-a-day tutorial. Oops. I am using the Etrafil cake from Hobium, and it looks like this. I started in the center. Here we go. Started in the center, so I have working on the orange still. And this is called her Butterfly Effect Shawl, and it's tutorial number 64. Excuse me, 604. And I have the easy start tag. So this is what I have so far. You can see the little bumps in it, and it's alternating triple crochets and single crochets. So this is what I have in it so far. I do have some stitch markers in it, so I know when to start the row with a single crochet or when to start it with a triple. So there's that. I have 2 of my favorite stitch markers with me. One is a frog that I use in memory of my daughter. And the other is a turtle that I have in memory of my sister. Okay, so that was the Butterfly Effect Shawl from Crystal at Bag-A-Day, number 604. Okay, here's another Erin Lane bag, and it says, "Which please?" It is also an orange, because we all know what? Orange is my favorite color. And I'm making, this is from the Annie's Caring Crochet Kit Club, and I am not a fan of amigurumi, only because it looked really hard, and I did try, and I just couldn't get it. So I promised myself and a couple other people that I would try again. Hi, Zion. Go in the back 40. So I am trying, so I can donate this to the one that they wanted. And it is a baby giraffe toy. And it's, if I can get it put together, it's supposed to go to the Friends of Pine Ridge Reservation. So I'm trying to make this giraffe. Trying. All the yarn comes in the kit. This one actually came with the crochet hook too. So I have started it, and I've gotten as far as just a part way. This isn't the hard part for me. So this is supposed to be his forehead up here, forehead, forehead, however. And this is the yarn. It is Annie's club yarn that I'm using. It's not too soft, but it's a 4 medium, 100% acrylic, and there's 250 yards in it. And it is white. The rest, we have the fiber fill to fill it with, and we got some of the gray, yellow, green, and blue to make the flowers and the mane and the tail with. So I'm working on that the most because I hate it the most. So I wanted to get it finished so I could, since it's already late, I wanted to get it sent out to the reservation for the kids there. Okay, so that's that one. I have, this bag is from Teadoddles, Christy, I think it is, forgive me if I'm wrong, at Teadoddles. And in this one, I am making a clothespin bag. And I'm making it with Lily Sugar and Cream. And the colorway is Violet Stripes. So I still have a long way to go. I started this earlier in the summer, and then when my clothesline fell apart, I kind of stopped, but then my husband got me a new clothesline, and well, I'll get there. The pattern is a clothespin bag, and it's by a YouTuber called Karen's Channel. So if you're interested in it, this is what it is, and you can go check that out on her channel. My Teadoddles bag. This is my Larry Welsh bag from Erin Lane Bags. Oh, and I forgot the pattern for this one. This one is a pattern from a lady in my hometown, and it's called A Walk in the Riverfront Park. And the pattern is a little difficult for me, only because I was trying to do row 10 twice, and I couldn't figure out why my numbers wouldn't connect. So this is the piece of it that I have done so far. I'm practicing in the Karen cake until, so I know that I know how to make it before I use the expensive yarn that was made to go with it. So this is what it looks like so far. There's lots of like quadruple crochets and quintuples and whatever they're called. But so that's what it looks like so far. It's really fun to do, but I kind of lost interest in it. But since I promised this to somebody, I'm going to have to start finishing it up. And can't show you what it's going to look like. I'll link her website below, and so you guys can check it out. And I have another favorite stitch marker. Let's see if you can see it. It's of a paintbrush and colors and paints. And my dad was an artist, and among other things. And he died whenever I was 25, 3 years after I got married. Thankfully, he was there to walk me down the aisle. But he's always in my heart, and I like to have all of my stitch markers have a memory of somebody who's gone but never forgotten. Okay, another Teadoddles bag. And this is another bag-a-day hat that I'm making for the community, what is it called? I'm not sure who that is. I'm just going to turn around. Not anybody's supposed to be on our road. Alrighty. It's the ribbed beanie hat bag-a-day tutorial number 570 or 570. It's for the winter clothing drive. Again, this is for a man. And I got this yarn from Hobby in Denmark, and it's called Happy. And I really hate to work with black yarn, but there's not a lot of things made for the gentleman, so I'm trying to make sure that I get I'll have at least 3 black hats. Hopefully I have some Caron Simply Soft that I can make some other men's hats with also. So these black, I have one made already, but it is actually in the fair right now. So that's that one. I have, 3 more to go. These are my active whips. This one is in another Ella bag, excuse, but my cats like to sleep on it. And I don't know if I will ever get this done. I do not like this yarn at all. I saw this on Lion Brand website when it just came out, and I loved the colors, and I said I have to have it. It's not hard to work with, but the feel of it is what I don't like, and I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of like a bathrobe, but it's rough. And I don't even know if I'm describing it right, but I got 3 balls of it, and I am trying. You see, I haven't gotten very far. If I don't like a yarn, then I try not to work with it. But I'm determined to finish, so this too can go into the winter clothing dry. And it's just front post double crochet, front post up and down, and then I guess whenever your return row, it'll be back post doubles. So that's that. This is just the first ball. I have 3 more to go. It's going to be a super long scarf, and I will never buy this yarn again. But, you know, you have to buy it to try it. So I know not to try that one again. This one is another Annie's Caring Crochet Kit Club. It is going to be a walker caddy. I don't have the pattern in front, but it's pretty much just a square. I have a little bit more to go, and with it I have a stitch marker that in memory of my mom. She was Irish through and through, and she passed away this last March. So this the one that I already made, this is the second one that I'm making. The one that I already made went to my mom's caregiver that she had while she was in hospice, and she cared for many others. So I made her one in a color for a male and a color for a female, so some of her clients would be able to have these. So I'll show you what, I don't have a picture of the finished ones that I've done, but it's just a walker caddy. It's going to have 4 ties, and this is the back, and then I'll make a pocket going across for the front. Super easy. It just gets really boring to do, but I need to do it so I can send this off to the charity that they wanted. Okay, so last whip, and this one is actually for me, and I might have it done in time for next summer. This is, okay, I'm using orange, of course, and this is the Lauren, let me get my glasses. It's a cotton polyester blend, Lauren Natural Baby, I think is what it says, yeah. And the yarn is super thin, so it is taking me forever. So you can see how thin the yarn is. I'm saying that it's a 1. And I don't know how many yards are in here, but I'm on my second ball right now. And this is a Expression Fiber Arts. And this is what it looks like so far. It's going to be a shirt. I messed up, so I there's supposed to be 3 rows in between the kind of the lace stitch thingy, but I messed up and put 2 on one. So I went 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, and now I'm on the 3rd one again. So, oh, that's the bottom. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind. So I'm on the 3rd. I started out at the bottom, which was for 3, and then I went to the double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then I did 2 by accident. So I just made them 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, and now I'm working on the 3rd. So it will go on for a while. I think I have already stretched it out to where it's even going to be too big for me. So this is just the front part, and I'd say I'm like a third of the way done, and I still have another one to do for the back, and then I have to sew them together. So this is the Cirrus shirt. The pattern was designed by Christina Smiley, but it's available on the Expression Fiber Arts website. Okay, and I do have 3 acquisitions. I don't know if you guys want to hang around for those or not, but oh, actually, yes, I do have 3. My grandson wanted, since he saw me doing amigurumi, it was funny because he thought this was a hat whenever he was looking at Amazon. So I have a book on toilet paper covers, and he wanted this frog one right here in memory of his mom, because his mom was a frog catcher, and she taught him how to catch frogs, and that was one of their favorite things to do, was to go out and catch frogs. So he thought that it was a hat, but it's actually a toilet paper cover. So I will make him one. It's going to take me a while to do, but there were some cute patterns in here, and so I got that. And I like fun hats for babies, so I got this one, crocheted hats, and there's 14 different sizes from child or from baby to adult, but they had some cute patterns down here. So I'm gonna make a couple of those for the winter clothing drive. And there's a cow down here, I think it is. Where? Yeah, there's a cow right here. And my friend has cows. So I'm going to make her an adult cow hat. There is a frog one in there, so I can make one for my grandson. I did get another order from Expression Fiber Arts. They were having OOPSY mystery packs, so I got 2 of them. And not too keen about this one, but that's what the mystery is all about. I can make a shawl for my mother-in-law, maybe. My sister would have liked that, but my sister's not with us anymore. This one I do like. I don't know. I am going to make it something for me. It's called, it's just an OOPSY mystery 3-pack. It's superwash merino silk in their pearlescent worsted. It's Grand Central Station today. They must be going to the place further down the road. So I'm going to make something. Not sure what yet. But there's 220 yards per skein. So I'll be able to make, that's what, 660 yards. So I'll be able to make something with that. And I do like to I do buy yarn from Joann's and Walmart. I'm certainly not a yarn snob, but I do like to support the people who make their own yarn. And I did order some yarn from, the name of it is, it's an Etsy shop, KnitFastDyeWarmYarn. And I couldn't remember what I ordered, and I do remember because I just accidentally glanced at the color, but some bright stuff. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so got 3 skeins of orange. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. It's showing pretty much true to color. It's super, super bright, and I love it. The colorway, here's the colorway is this the real life? And yes, it came from Queen. Because there's another one called Is This Just Fantasy or something like that. It's $130. No, no, it was not $130. It's 132 yards. 100% super wash merino bulky. So I have what, 396 yards of this. Oh, $130. Yeah. I like local, or not local, but I like the little shops, but I think that would just be a little bit too expensive even for me. And this is not normally my color, but I saw it and I got it anyway. And it too is from KnitFastDyeWarmYarn. The colorway is Blue Christmas, and it's the same yardage in the 100% superwash bulky merino. And that is probably showing, or not, that's actually true to colorish. Her name is Alice. This is her card. It's not focusing for some reason. Alrighty, I'll put a link down below. And she also sent me some stitch markers. And I did not tell her that my favorite color was orange. But it came in a little orange bag. And since I'm a beginning knitter, these will come in handy. They're all for knitting stitch markers. I don't know if you can see that. Here's that one. There's a little green. This one kind of looks like a little Christmas tree. Ooh, a disco ball. Let's go dancing. There's another one of the green ones. There's this one. This one reminds me of a bug, which will be a favorite because my daughter loved bugs when she was a little girl. And then we have this one right here. All beautiful. Well, that's it. I didn't mean to make this such a long video, but those are my finished objects that I didn't take to the fair because they didn't fit into a category, or they were or already had stuff in that category. I only turned in 13 items. Last year, I think I did maybe 22. It's a super small, not a craft fair, but our state fair. Not the state fair, but our, kind of like our, I guess our borough fair. It used to have lots and lots of items in it, but since the prize amounts have declined quite a bit, I think you get for like first place, I think you get like $3. To some people it's not worth it, but to me it's just for fun, showing everybody what you've done, getting to see what the other projects the other people have done. So I will continue to do it, and then after I'm done doing it, I'll have the ribbons, and then it will be time to donate them, because that's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy spending money on yarn and making items and donating them to various charities. And every once in a while, I'll make somebody something special. My mom, I always made her stuff. So she's not here anymore, and I don't have a granddaughter to make stuff for anymore. I don't have a daughter to make stuff for anymore. I have my mom's caregiver, who has become a member of our family. So I make her stuff, and I make her stuff to give to her clients. So that's why I crochet. And it's just very fulfilling to me. All right, guys. Bye-bye, and I'll see you later.